Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Hyrule Chronicles for a few rupees more. I am the storyteller Articulity, and with me, as always, I have Crestnether playing Alicia.
Good afternoon, good evening, good night, and whatever time zone you find yourself in.
I have
Warnings don't
Alvarance.
exist.
I have Alvarance playing Anda.
Or just well met.
I have Rubber Pirate playing Melody.
Hello.
And I have Danny Cat playing Makoto.
There's also the classic, what's up?
Hey, howdy, how do you do, and a fine what's up to you two.
Yeah.
Greetings, salutations, and dab me up, fan!
Yes.
Yes. So, without further ado, for a hero point, what happened last time?
Did we
Well.
not introduce Robo Pirate?
I did.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
for me.
I just couldn't. My brain just did not accept it.
It's okay. It's all right. It's okay. I was like, because when you asked it, my brain then immediately blanked out as well and was like, did I not? Oh God, now I feel really bad.
Okay, I'm on my way towards becoming an SCP.
There is no mimetic division.
Yes.
Anyway, after returning from the Master's farm in New Mazro, members of the group went their separate way for the moment to deal with some errands and to finish up their business in town. Melody went out searching for rumors, hoping to gather information on some of her own interests. Fortunately, most folks seem to be interested in other matters. The town mage of Greenfields seems to have become standoffish of late. There's also rumors about a trading boom in Ka Ordina, and a name keeps coming up, Vincent Crowd. Aside from that, there are plenty of rumors that she picks up, but none other are very useful. Meanwhile, Makoto heads over to the resting Discord, telling Logan about the orb they had found. He explains that the orb had some connection to the Plains of Lament to Logan. Logan then starts griping about what kind of paperwork this will entail, before heading over to the farmhouse. In his estimation, the farm's crops will probably not be salvageable, but the farm might be able to be sold at a later date. Anda and Lisha, in his gentleman in white disguise, head over to the carpenter of New Mazro. Anda and Lisha purchase enough wood for cremation, and together with some of the town guards, they bring the wood and the remains of the dead brothers from the farm. It takes a little while to build the pyres, during which Makoto and Melody join Anda and Lisha, along with Edwina, the mayor, as well as Logan and a few others from the town. A small group watches as the pyres burn, but people slowly leave and return to town. The group stays in New Mazro for another day, and after a night's rest, the group head back to Yotana. On the road, they discuss some things about each other's backgrounds and capabilities. As they arrive in Yotana, they're greeted by a Yotana regular, an adventurer by the name of Bishop. Together with him, they head into the Sapphire Hall to debrief with Frinza Splinterwind, and with that done, Frinza offers the adventurers to keep them on as fully fledged adventurers. The group, with more or less reluctance, agreed to staying on, with a party name to be determined.
And so it is. As we return to our erstwhile adventurers, do you opt to handle the matter of your group name now, or do you wish to let it simmer for a time?
I'm curious what others think.
How
We were
long
talking
in
about it,
character do you think
in-
we would have taken to
Yeah.
make our decision?
However long, like, because I know that.
I feel like it's at least at the next day, the sort of thing.
Fair enough.
Given how long our discussion was about it.
If that's the case, then unless there's any pressing matters that people need to attend to in Yotana, like immediately, we can head towards the next day. Because at least...
Makoto has something to do in the night.
Ah, yes, so
Okay.
they do. So, well, before I continue on with that, does anybody else have anything they need to do within Yotana immediately, or are they okay with waiting until the next day after the naming has been taken care of?
I think something happens in the morning, but not so
Okay.
much evening or evening or night.
Okay. Anda, Melody.
No, I'm alright.
I don't have much going on. I can't afford anything that I would like to do right now.
Yeah.
You know, fair.
Anda, do you want a loan at very affordable rates?
Hold on. Big brother told me about this.
Okay. Well then. We cut ahead to late at night in Yotana. Everybody has, for the most part, turned out lights and gone to sleep. The cavalcade, who are still currently in residence, are all snoozing within their tents. And it's incredibly quiet. Yotana itself is a fairly small locale. Like, when it comes to actually the map itself, there is no exaggeration there's no simplification of the buildings that are on hand. It is, strictly speaking, just 4, 5, 6 buildings at most, and that's it.
A bunch of tents.
Yeah. There we go. So when the lights go out and everybody snoozes, those who snore muffled by the walls of their homes or just too far away to count, it is incredibly quiet. There is the chirping of crickets, of course, as is the standard, the occasional hoot of an owl in the nearby trees, but otherwise, pure blissful silence. The moon, Crescenia, is currently in its waxing crescent rising phase, just after starting a new moon a few days ago.
It's pretty dark out.
Yeah. The clouds don't help, and while you can still see some of the stars past the gaps in the clouds, it's still dark. Makoto, what are you getting up to this fine evening?
I'm sneaking out,
Oh,
which is really easy to do when you're in a tent.
yes. In most instances, still, provide unto me a stealth check.
Given that it is night, there should be a plus 13
Okay.
instead of a plus 10. So that's
It's a 19. Okay. 19, you silently sneak out of your tent and exit out into the night. Do you have a particular direction in which you are going?
I'm gonna head into the trees and just wait, because I know they'll find me.
Sure. You head into the trees. As you find an appropriate spot, and
Lean against a tree for a bit.
yeah, there's a brief moment where the tree you're leaning against kind of knocks twice.
Our schedule.
Well, One tries. Kind of basically like as if comedically stepping out from the tree is a tall, even by Sheikah standards, slender figure. She appears to be in a very standard set of Sheikah stealth gear, form-fitting, lightly armored in different spots.
Probably similar to Makoto because he's got the armor on his arm and stuff.
Yeah. As she kind of like steps out and kind of leans out, she puts her hands behind her back, stands straight, looks down. She very like professionalness, but there's kind of the hint of a grin. You know this woman is actually named Nakayama, but she is colloquially referred to as Impa, simply because she is apparently deigned to inherit the spot of royalty's direct handmaiden and bodyguard. But she's still young, younger than you even, and she's got a ways to go. So her being your contact is essentially part of her own training.
Will raise my eyebrows here, like, guess they're taking this seriously, huh?
I suppose so, yes. After all, what was taken was not exactly a small thing.
Yeah. Well, I've made contact with the people of Yotana. I've signed up. I've even got sent on my first mission and came back with absolutely flying colors. Like, they love it. They love me there. It's great. Matt, all the...
He's great.
Thanks, mysterious voice. Anyway, met all the adventurers who were there. The ones in my party seem to all be very new to this job, so I don't think it was them. The group called the Cavalcade is a bunch of 7 mini blends. I don't think they could have snuck in without anyone noticing them.
Well,
and there's also a pair of Hylians, and I don't think stealing the lens was a 2-man job, so...
that is quite true. Well, I say quite true.
Unless they're, like, really skilled, and if they were, why would they be here? Unless they were just trying really hard to hide.
Of course. There is always that possibility, though. Can't discount it. After all, sometimes there has been an instance in which people of great skill and power tend to make themselves seem weaker and more incompetent in order to be comfortable, I would think.
Yeah, I wouldn't know anything about that. Anyway. Other than that, also met this bishop guy who apparently visits here a lot. Yeah, didn't get to learn much about him, but he seems like a decent fighter.
Possibly indeed. Worth keeping an eye on, to be sure. And what of the residents? Anybody besides the adventurers here would have potentially decided to take up a more mundane life to hide?
Don't think so. Might have to get a better read on them. I pretty much just met them a few hours ago, so...
Of course. For your context, then, your contemporaries in the Silver Scale Beacon and the Whitestone Academy have similarly turned up with no strict amount of information, though they too have only just made the acquaintance of those involved. I would think, in most instances, that the best thing for this is just to continue observing them. Who knows, the job of being an adventurer takes you all over the place. You might be able to run into them sooner rather than later.
Yeah. What do you think they want with it?
With the lens?
Yeah.
Well,
Hypothetically.
there's too many possibilities, truthfully. With everything that's happening out west and people coming back nominally either empty-handed or with something that is not terribly of value, there's also the distinct possibility that they've come back and decided to put their erstwhile skills into something that would be of value at home. Alternatively, and I would rather it not be this, someone is looking to try and find some deeper Sheikah secrets, ones that we have the need to keep a hold of, but not necessarily keep them out in the open.
There's some dangerous shit still lying around.
Mm-hmm. I think there's a number of people who are keeping an eye out on the magical trade market, just to be sure that the lens doesn't turn up there, being sold for a tidy profit. Though, in truth, the number of individuals that we can potentially rely on in terms of dedicated magical item trade have basically been out of business for the past few centuries now. At least as far as records are concerned. Magic items turn up in different places, but it is incredibly rare to find someone who just has them as a main item within their shops. But still... Well, we'll keep in touch.
Any new orders?
None as of yet. Though I do
Alright.
have one simple request. At least the daimyo has one simple request. She'll
Oh, okay.
reach into a
That
pouch.
stands up slightly straighter, which is
Yeah.
not much at all.
Yeah. Take out from a pouch what appears to be a rock that looks kind of like a frog, but it has the Sheikah eye on its chest. It says a gossip stone. If you find a discreet place to put it here, just in case I'm not available, you might be able to utilize it to leave messages and information. And maybe, potentially, if you put it close enough to town, you can spy on certain conversations if needs be.
Okay.
I know it
I'll
would be
spot for it.
slightly uncomfortable, but, well, needs must. That lens is has quite the potential to turn up something quite nasty. It's best that we get it under wraps as soon as possible.
Alright. Put the frog rock away.
Before I depart and return to Kakariko with information in tow, is there anything you'd like me to pass on before I go?
Not right now, no. Wait,
Understood.
no.
Hmm?
Tell my dad I didn't fuck up on my first day.
Understood. I'm sure he's already very proud.
I'm sure he'll show it someday.
Have a good rest of your evening, Makoto.
Hmm.
And we'll turn around and disappear behind a nearby tree and seemingly vanish into thin air.
We'll wait for a little bit and then push off the tree and go back to bed.
Excellent.
I have a question.
Sure.
Can I eat the gossip stone? No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
If I
It's a
get a
stone.
if I get a second one, I'm gonna see. We're gonna find out.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Alma just becomes a giant cell phone.
Just knock you on the shoulder. Hey, I need to talk to the boss.
All right.
Give you a deep tissue massage to get a certain phone number in.
Yeah. I mean, I can manipulate rocks. I could probably do that.
I'll just go, ooh, the number you have dialed is currently unavailable.
Oh, okay.
I think that's
Did
worth a
that
hero
did that
point.
work?
Yeah, that's for the hero point. Yeah, that's fine.
Huzzah!
Okay. So, unless anything else anybody wants to do anything else during the night, the evening passes without issue. The next day, you find that the weather has, at the very least, let's have a look at this. The wind has died down, but it's gotten colder, and the clouds have become a bit more prevalent. It's as you kind of wake up and get ready for the morning, in order to take care of a few things. You can hear, like, as you kind of exit, you can hear the gentle snoring of the cavalcade, who have decided, undoubtedly, to sleep in. But yeah, you have the morning ahead for you. What would you like to do?
I think that Lisha has put their tent kind of to the wall of one of the buildings to kind of stay out of any possible wind. And with
Like
the
next
incorrect,
near the one with the telescope.
probably more the farm in the back.
Further back. Okay.
Yeah, the barn. Yeah. And given the incorrect weather prediction from last time, would have just put it in a completely wrong place.
Oh.
Unfortunately, so they wake up a little bit chilled, but they tend to sleep with Renji curled up near their chest. And waking up a little groggily, noticed that Renji is looking a little bit different. The fur is a little. Normally, it's like snow white with that Sheikah-like redness around one of the eyes. But now it's almost like the fur is somewhat translucent. And Leisha can swear that they see little wisps of flame, blue, teal-ish flame, dancing around Renji. Oh, you're full of secrets, aren't you?
Renji kind of sits there and stares at you, and then tilts its head to the side.
I mean, haven't you looked at yourself?
Kind of like takes a moment to kind of examine its body, and then looks back at you with like a yeah.
Yes, I look great. Thanks for asking.
These things aren't surprising to you. They are to me, though. Anyway, let's find some breakfast. Get you some offcuts, if Shaw has any. And they kind of get up, they dress, and the moment that they step out of the tent, they kind of take on their usual posture. It's like, well, let's find us some dinner or breakfast, whatever. And goes and probably walks into the Sapphire Hall through the back entrance.
Okay. So the back entrance goes straight through the kitchen. As you can see, like you open the door and Shaw is there kind of just finishing up some preparations, kind of looks up with a quirked brow and will then like say morning.
Good morning. Do you have any leftover meat from yesterday? Rangy can get peckish.
Yeah, we'll kind of like trudge over to one of the nearby shelves, and find like a bucket that's got a bunch of these meat scraps in it. And so usually we keep them for the compost for the farms, other bits and pieces as we can do. And we'll kind of hand over some, or like put the bucket down, and then take out a plate and put some of the scraps on, and then puts that on the floor.
I think Lisha just will hold Rangy with like body kind of dangling down. It's like, Rangy, say thank you. And then if there's no response, Lisha will just do a little bit of a bob and just thank you, as if Rangy is speaking, and then put him down.
Yeah, the ranger goes over and snacks on the scraps from the plate. Shaw will just kind of nod and say, "You're gonna be joining the folks in there for breakfast?"
I'll probably grab some and eat at my own pace.
Well, feel free to have at it.
Thank you.
The boss is currently in her office at the moment, so she's already eaten. And by the parlance of friends, her breakfast is simply coffee, and that's it. I've spent too much energy trying to get her to eat something proper in the morning, but, well, she's been here for a while now, so I guess whatever her habits are, it's keeping her alive at the very least.
I suppose you can't complain then. Anyway, thank you very much. Renji is very much enjoying it, aren't you? Yeah.
Still
He'd
lost
say
with
yes
the,
if he wasn't bothered.
Yeah.
He'll join me when he can, and I will head over to grab some
As you walk
food.
in. So we narrowed it down to like what, 3 names?
Names?
Oh yeah, for the party.
Yeah, for instance,
I
so that
mean,
we
Tyrant
know-
Queens is still good.
It is, but
Hmm.
it's
I
kinda
don't
got
think
one of
Frenzo
them-
will like it.
Yeah, it's got a vibe to it that's, I don't know.
Also, we're a republic here.
Are Garans allowed to have queens?
Now I'm imagining a
You
Goron
know,
drag
I
queen.
haven't thought about it. I think I'm gonna say no, but not because we all refer to each other as brother, because we're more of a fraternity, not a monarchy or a nobility system.
Yeah. All right.
But yeah, no.
So, what else were you thinking of? On second thought, I'm not interested. And Lisha will just
Yeah.
grab her,
But,
her breakfast.
You gotta have an opinion on this one. We all gotta.
Yeah, you're
I
part
have
of the
no
group too.
strong
Sit
feelings one way or the other.
down. Sit down. I will. Okay, no. So. Hold on.
Just give us a thumbs up when you hear one we say, and then you say the first one, and you bring it up.
So
Alright, cool.
Alicia just goes, I have no strong feelings one way or another, and then Anda like, what's your fortitude DC? Anda just like
fortitude. Yeah, I think that that does it. That would have been a +7. So do I roll against?
that would be 17. It's just
Yeah.
pick up and twist. Just sit down. You're part of the group. You have a say.
I
Even if
know.
you don't have strong feelings.
Alicia's Angels.
No,
I thought you didn't have
Oh,
strong
that's got a good
feelings.
one though.
I don't. I don't want anything with me in the
We'll just go get some clothing
spotlight.
dye and we'll just call each other the gentleman in white.
That's
Sorry, Millie.
Wearing white clash with my white hair.
No, I think you would be very handsome.
Green.
Oh,
Yeah.
thanks. Big smile.
Anyway, what's the other one?
Phoenix Force, I think, came out.
Phoenix
Y'all got
Force.
fire and you got life-related stuff, you know?
I'm assuming Lisha would understand if like a phoenix is a common thing or more of a myth thing.
Have a look.
And I'll put it in chat. Well, I suppose it doesn't have any negative associations with it.
They're a little aggressive sometimes, but
I mean,
I mean,
decapitated
that's
them
on
into
you
mini
if-
wounds, so.
I mean, we were pretty aggressive against that skeleton.
And the
we did
rats.
do some damage.
And rats, yeah.
Yes.
As Onda says, and the rats, he just looks at Renji. Oh,
Renji's still in the kitchen.
oh.
Looks to where Reggie would be if he was here.
There is a Renji-shaped outline on my shoulder.
Where'd he go?
Oh,
This
he's
is where
having
I'd this is
breakfast.
where I'd put my Reggie if I had one.
So yeah, Phoenix Force sounds good enough to me.
Well,
Hell do.
I'm all right with it, I
Hold on a
suppose.
second. Is Frinza in her office?
Yeah, I think
was
she went in
told
there.
Yes.
He's
Alright,
drinking her breakfast.
You ready to go fetch
I
her?
go and knock on
okay.
the door to Frinza's office.
Okay.
Soylent Purple is moblins.
Oh no.
Frinza will kind of like,
Quite gently for my size.
yeah, she'll get up from the chair and then we'll open the door. Oh, good morning, Anda.
Morning. We think we decided on a name, just on the off chance that we think of a better one or something later. We don't need to, like, pay a fee or, like, give, you know, fill out a bunch of paperwork to change a name, right?
I don't.
Something just fits better later.
It's just something for the sake of ease on my part for categorization, especially considering the fact that there's no upper limit on how many people are in your party. It makes it easier than writing all of your names over and over again whenever I have to fill something out.
Alright, understood. Then I turn over to everybody and goes, oh, Phoenix Force, right?
Yeah,
So be
Alright.
it.
There you go.
Leisha's very enthusiastic.
So enthusiastic. The most enthusiastic I've ever seen her.
This is the most enthusiastic she's been about any of the names I suggested.
Frinza will kind of just like nod a bit and say, okay, well, I mean, it's a good name.
Thank you.
Quite high energy from the sounds of it.
Lots of different energies were going around, and it was kind of something that fits the theme between what a phoenix is and what we were able to do. Figured it was fitting, so.
Understood. Well, if that's the case, I will get back to adjusting some paperwork. We got some mail earlier today. I think a few more requests have come in. So if you want in on them, then by all means, I can come to you when you've had your fill of breakfast and we can discuss it.
All right, yeah, I'll let him know, and we'll be in a moment.
She'll turn around and head back to her desk and sit down, take another sip of her coffee.
All right, so friends, I got some mail today, so there's some more jobs if we want to pick something up.
Oh,
I'll
hell
finish
yeah.
Anything out of
breakfast
town?
first. So, probably.
Yeah,
Well,
I
no,
mean,
until we
I don't know if she's ready
ask
yet.
and take a look at them. Also, kind I think we would have heard if something was in town at this point before the mail came in.
Yeah, there's
I
not a lot of
suppose so.
town.
We've got a statue. That's something.
That is something. It's a nice statue too.
I
Okay,
suppose
so,
so.
we'll
He
finish
does look
breakfast.
uncomfortably warm.
Yeah, it's not many places for things to hide, Makoto says, casually tossing a small frog-shaped stone up and down in the sand.
That's new.
I found this rock. Pretty neat.
That's an oddly shaped rock.
I was
Yeah,
about
sure
to
did.
say.
You're welcome. I'm pretty skilled, you know.
Did you
What,
carve it yourself?
I have superpowers.
I
mean,
have
aren't they just-
superpowers. Must feel very special.
Yeah, I do actually.
Okay. Goodbye.
I wouldn't mind
We'll get
eventually.
through to her one day.
Yeah.
We'll get through to her at some point. Wait a minute. Wait. No, Leisha, you gotta help us pick a fucking gem.
You can chase after him.
Yeah, I'll chase after Leisha.
When you
General
finally,
that way direction.
yeah, when you finally find them behind the barn, kind of taking down their tent, they're just like, you go and figure out something. I'm busy with my tent. I will attend to things later.
Excellent. I'll help you out because we're a team and we do things together.
There is a forced eye roll. There is a
Leisha, break
moment
down the
where
tent.
yeah, there is a moment where Alicia just goes, "Look, you don't have to be nice."
You think I'm doing this because I have to?
Eh. Look, however long we're going to be working together, there's going to be a time where you get sick of me. That is not on you. That is on me. I'm just making sure that it is going to be as painless for everyone involved. That's it.
I come from a group of people that regularly calls each other by a very familiar and family-oriented name.
I'm aware.
We do our best to be jovial and kind and helpful. And it does not matter how much I may love some of those people. There are times where I cannot stand them. It happens. But if we're going to sit there and keep a distance, we're never going to find out if that's something that's going to happen here or not. And Onda has not stopped breaking down, like helping break down the tent this entire time. He's just sitting there talking and going at it. So
I think you
I
can tell that
understand.
Lisha is having trouble accepting this. Let's say that.
I understand that we all have what we're looking for. I understand that we all have our experiences. But hey, just better to try to make the best of it and have a good time and do our best. And my best just happens to be trying to sit here, have a wonderful conversation with people, get to know people, and protect as many people as I can. So.
I can't fault
And-
you for that approach. Just feels wasted on me.
Well, I'm sorry you feel that way about yourself. And I left Leisha's tent. I was all been put away. I was like, all right, let's go. And I start walking with Leisha's tent, so I have her property, so she has to follow.
I am politely stealing this stuff so you can.
I am requisitioning your property.
But you get back and Makoto is over by Melody like, so how hard do you think I can make this fire?
Should probably test not inside here.
Yeah. Oh, hey guys.
Greetings.
Join us staring deep into the flame.
Oh,
Job
speaking
first,
of,
flame.
There sure is some of it.
and I think Lisha will grab Renji and hold him up and just kind of like dangle him. And I think you would be able to see like the little flecks of flame dancing around him. That is decidedly unlike the flames in the hearth and decidedly like the flames we've seen around the orb and the skeleton.
Makoto just goes, you got some flames too, little buddy. That's awesome.
This is an even better
Hold him
name than I
closer for
thought.
Scritches.
He's scritched.
All right, he looks
I will
off.
try to bet him.
He doesn't look off.
Does he let me bet him?
Yes.
Yeah.
You're
if the
prey.
storyteller says so,
Give him-
yes.
Give him a couple of scratches.
You're providing him with praise, of course.
Yes.
I mean, if you remember Renji from the first,
Yeah. Okay.
that was that.
Aren't she allowed anyone to scratch him?
no, but
Only
you know
if
how
praise.
Renji does with praise.
I shouldn't make that joke. All right.
Anyway, jobs. Yeah, we should go.
Yeah.
So as you,
I need more money.
So as you're actually sitting down, or like in the main area, Frinza does come through, eventually, and she seems to have like a couple of envelopes in hand, and say, "Here you go. I got 3 here. Ordinarily, I'd hand these out to a variety of different people, but I think the nature of the jobs themselves require either discretion or tact, and well." It's kind of like casts a glance in the general direction as to where the cavalcade, still asleep in their tents, are. Says,
There's
Bryce
a
and
very
Leon
loud
aren't back
Honshu
yet.
meme coming on from there.
Yeah. So she'll hold out 3 envelopes of various different styles to whoever wants to take them.
I will take all 3 of them, and given that Makoto and Leisha are closest, I'll hand 1 to Leisha and 1 to Makoto.
Okay.
Don't hand it to Melody, she's entranced by the fire. It's asking for more food.
Okay. So, I'm just going to roll a thing here privately with my IRL dice. Okay, so Leisha, the envelope you are given is fairly well made, and the letter inside is written on a high quality sheet of parchment, imprinted with a regal letterhead, the bottom of which notes that it's coming from the Royal Hylian University. And I will pop it into the Discord in handout letters and clues.
Okay. Would you like me to read it?
Yes.
FAO, Frinza Splinterwind. I'm writing to secure your aid in a matter most trifling. My name is Charles Wintersmith, and I am an arcane student at the Royal Hylian University. I believe I am being watched. I have had this feeling for some time, and I cannot shake it. A number of my fellow students believe it to be a side effect of the nature of our studies, though I have not been able to reconcile that, as little actual magic has been used in the course of our studies. I had asked the Hyrule Watch if they might have seen anything, but leads for the past week have come up dry, and the town guard will only act if there is an arrest to be made. The Whitestone Academy has no one to spare, so I ask, might you send someone to investigate this? Even if it turns out to be nothing, I wish to be sure. As per your requirements, in addition to the base pay, I am willing to pay your adventurers 10,000 additional rupees. Sincerely, Charles Wintersmith.
Okay. Let's see.
He sounds like a stuffy guy.
Makoto, you are handed something that is a bit more simple in its design. The paper itself is fairly scruffy. The letter is written quite hastily and informally. It's obvious from the indents on the paper that this was perhaps not the first draft. And I will put this into the same thing for you there.
Dear Sapphire Hall, my name is Wendy Brigginson, and I run a boarding house in Regenstead. I usually accommodate adventurers that are returning from the West and need a place to stay. I had a group of adventurers recently return and occupy the same room. They said it was for one night, and I believe them, but they'd stayed longer, and a couple of days ago they had not left the room. One of the other tenants tells me they heard a noise as if there was a fight. I don't know what to do. I have 10,000 for the standard fare, but can spare only 5,000 for whoever you send. Sincerely, Wendy Brigginson.
And then the last letter, again, something a bit more simple than the first, but is the letter itself seems to be stamped with the logo of the Finely and Sons Logging Company, and is written in an admittedly scruffy hand, but a fairly professional manner. And that is the one Ander gets.
Whom it may concern. Finally, and Sons Logging Company wishes to request the aid of able-bodied individuals who might protect our efforts in Greenfields. Local wildlife has become unnaturally aggressive as of late, and a number of our loggers are getting hurt. Any assistance you could provide would be greatly appreciated and appropriately rewarded. 10,000 and an additional 7,000 will be paid upon completion of this request. Sincerely, Travis Heward, Greenfield's foreman. So, clarification, is that 10,000 the base pay, or is, like, it's
10,000.
10,000
and then-
goes to the town, and then the base pay goes to us, is the additional.
Yeah, so it's basically like the money that you get as additional thing for the first one for Charles is 10,000, for Wendy is 5,000, and then for Travis it's 7,000.
Well, we
Okay.
could go to Rigglinstead and then go to Hyrule Castletown. But we can't really do Greenfield and anything else because they're in opposite directions.
Rinza kind of shrugs a bit and says, "You're more than welcome to take on all three. Usually I would, given that none of them have a specific, what's the word? Strict
Deadline.
time limit. Yeah, no deadline. I think it's
One of these mentions people getting hurt.
Yeah. This-
Let me take a look.
Well, it says that these people haven't left this room for several days, so this might just be a cleanup job.
There is some part of mystery to it, and I don't know, but it does intrigue me.
Regardless,
It shouldn't,
Judging
but
from directions, we'd either have to go Greenfields first, then the other two, or the other two first, then Greenfields. Unless they want to go back and forth a lot, which,
mm,
Nay.
not a
Maybe not.
fan. No,
I would
I'd
think
be happy
go
to
to,
go northward first.
Would you think go for Rigglinstead first or the university first? I wonder if they remember me.
Honestly, if we're worried about people getting hurt, I think going down to Greenfields, up to Rigginstead, and then to the university would be our best bet if we wanted to hit all three. It's definitely a hard call between Greenfields and Rigginstead, but one of which is loggers are actively getting hurt, and the other two are mystery things that are going on.
I would say that I don't quite see why Greenfields has to be us, because it doesn't have quite the level of tact required. It's just fighting some things, isn't it?
I realized that the argument that Anda is making is decidedly less convincing for Leisha than for the rest. Because Leisha doesn't care whether people... I think Leisha cares more like, can I offer last rites to people?
If folks would like, they can do society roles in regards to the general vibe and infrastructure and stuff about any of the towns mentioned within these letters.
Sure.
I have
And-
specific law for Hyrule Castletown.
Ah.
I was going to say, could Melody also get a circumstance bonus or something, given that she heard rumors of Greenfields back in Mazro?
Yeah, I'll give a +2 to that.
And there's something up with someone there.
Yeah.
Okay, I will do Greenfields first. So let's see that, and then that.
Oh no.
Fireworks.
19 for Greenfields,
Okay.
and then law for Castle Hyrule Town. 13 as a law roll.
Okay.
22 general society check.
Okay. Let's see.
Yeah, apparently, I haven't heard anything about anything recently in these places.
Let me have a
He
look
had
at
other
some-
things.
Like some of these heroes. Oh, I see. Yeah. So, that's the case. Let's have a look. So 19 was a society roll for Greenfields. So, in that instance, you would be aware that Greenfields is it's a town that had been destroyed numerous times and rebuilt, removed, resettled, but it's just always been Greenfields. Right now, Greenfield stands as the core exporter of Hylian oak, a flexible yet durable wood prized the world over. This is mostly distributed by the Finely & Sons Logging Company, a business so large that the vast majority of people who dwell in Greenfields are in its employ. It basically set itself up next to this patch of woods and has been doing incredibly well for itself. Otherwise, besides the recent rumors that you have acquired, there is nothing much of note. You would probably say with your society check that if they were appropriately professional, then chances are, if there are current issues with the local wildlife, as it were, then one could say they could probably like shut down work for a small amount of time and like until the situation is safe again, just to keep employees from getting injured. There's at least that's in regards to like urgency. By comparison, compared to like Wendy Brigginson in this instance, like there are people basically within her home right now who won't leave. And with the Greenfields thing, yeah, people are actively getting hurt, but you could, if you wanted to buy time for a little bit, you could send a letter back saying we're on our way, it'll take us some time, just maybe don't send people into the woods, ? But of course, this is a company, which means that time is money, and time not chopping down trees in order to make some of the best lumber in the country is a costly decision. So it's that's the general idea as to what you'd be looking at there. Otherwise, Greenfields itself hasn't really had, again, much of note happen to it as of late. Its current iteration has been standing for at least, I want to say, 100 years at this point in time. After it was last destroyed from not the last link, but I think the link before it was dealing with the current problem at the time. But yeah, that's what you have in terms of information on Greenfields. As for Hyrule Castletown with your specific lore, Hyrule Castletown. So you would know that Hyrule Castletown is it is the biggest city within the Hylian Republic, comparable only to Zora's Domain in terms of active size, but incredibly dense population, very well fortified city, kind of a lot of buildings, very robustly built, all cramped within the walls of the city itself. It's separated into not necessarily explicitly defined districts, but there's like 3 different spots. You've got on mostly just like residential areas are dotted throughout all 3 districts, but in the middle you've got more of a commercial district. On the western side of the city you've got more of a combination sort of university as well as like a temple district, where it houses a cathedral, the largest on the continent at all. And then you've got more like other businesses and stuff on the west side or east side of Hyrule Castletown, with the castle itself being on a small island within a very large lake, accessible on land only by a thin strip of land that has been separated by another gate in and of itself. As far as it stands, chances are, most people who attend the Royal Hylian University in order to take the arcane study course are usually very well to do, or have spent basically their entire lives saving up money in order to take it. And it's not necessarily like you're going here and you're going to become a wizard. It's more just like arcane theory. Most of the arcanists who are essentially could be allocated as high mage of a specific settlement only have to know enough about magic in order to know what to do in the situation. They don't necessarily need to be spellcasters on themselves, but most people who are of that position either pick it up along the way or have some arcane power of their own beforehand. Yeah, as far as 22 on your general society check, were you targeting a specific settlement in turn?
I mean, given that Melody got the other 2, why don't we do Rig instead?
Okay, so Rigginstead is what was once basically a small trading outpost, has kind of ballooned into something of a industry lead, especially now since it is the site of the Hyrule train station on the Royal Rail line. It is essentially, if anybody within Central Hyrule wishes to go out west, or they want to get to Zora's Domain for the cost of 5,000 rupees for a basic ticket, they can take the train, and because of this it's basically become very much a sort of, I don't want to say touristy location, it's more just like a transitory location. Most of the places and buildings there are either inns, or like people who live there have spare rooms that they can charge for rent if people need to. While more people kind of come and go through Car Ordner in order to do trade for the most part, more people tend to only stay for a brief period of time in Rigginstead because they've either arrived by train and need a place to lay their head before moving on, or they are waiting for their chance to get on the train in turn. But there's a lot of there's a lot of industrial aspects to it. There's warehouses and stuff there. Like, by comparison, it is completely and utterly different from what Riegenstedt was in the first campaign. But then again, that was several millennia ago, so it's unsurprising, at least in that front.
In regards to the train,
Mm-hmm.
how viable, I would say, it would be to have Hitch to ride on the train without pay?
Entirely possible. You could probably have like snuck on, because the way that the trains are constructed, it's very much a case of you have the main train car, then you have first class, dining car, economy, cargo, and then that's like, yeah, the first class tickets are 20,000 rupees.
So I'd like to imagine, in this regard, seeing as Maple's pilgrimage and now Lisha's pilgrimage started in Zora's domain and then ended in Riegenstedt.
Mhm.
When Maple took Lisha on their first pilgrimage, Maple just grabbed her broom and flew the way, and Lisha had to get creative.
I mean, that is definitely a distinct possibility. But yeah, there's like, it is one of those classic things where like the last car on the train has that kind of little like balcony sort of platform thing that you can kind of just lean on a railing and romantically watch the world go by and away from you as you're sitting there on the train, sort of thing. But the rest of it is like,
there isn't a stowaway proof train.
there isn't a stowaway proof train.
No.
Far from it. But yeah,
I think I figured I'd ask before I bring up something and you go, no, that actually didn't happen at all.
that's fair, but it's like I'm more of a mindset of like, unless it's something that would contradict something I already have in place. Usually I like to be of a mindset of like, I did this, and it's like, okay, cool, let's work on a justification for it. Let's find a way to make it work. But
I like that as well.
yeah,
I mean, I would just say that's where all your money went.
there is that too. But yeah,
With as everyone's kind of talking about the different spaces and whatnot, I think Andel say to Frinza, it's like, given the details of what was said in Greenfields, I do have to agree. I think that the Cavalcade could handle that one, unless you think differently. You're the Guildmaster, you know them better than we do.
Is it more to just fight off monsters or to investigate what's causing the problem?
It says any assistance.
Column B and then column A, if there is a need for column A, of course. I trust Scribble in the way that he is capable of commanding magic. He is a potent sorcerer, even for his size and his relative inexperience. But the problem is that if it requires a delicate touch, I don't think any of them terribly has it. Wick is a very charismatic individual, but is overenthusiastic in the rest of his team's work. It's more a case of, I could send the cavalcade, and I've given them the same instructions that I have given you. If it is something that is outside of their pay grade, then they are expected to run rather than die trying to fight it off. It just means that, well, if they take care of it, they take care of it, and that's fine. If they don't, that means that, well, I don't have Bryce and Leon on hand at the moment in order to go and take care of it themselves, and quite frankly, I'm not exactly sure they would be capable of handling it either. It's more just, let's put it this way. I can send the cavalcade if you think that it would be the wisest idea, but don't be surprised if when you're on your way back, I try and find a way to contact you to go to Greenfields immediately.
I mean, That was going to be my next suggestion. Was we could stop in and here and check on our way back to see if they've taken care of the stuff at Greenfields, and then head over afterwards. We want to hit up Riggensted and Hyrule Castletown first, and that's presented to the rest of the party. That sounds good to everybody. I'm okay with
Yeah.
that.
I have no complaints.
Very well. She will take back the letter for Greenfields, and then we'll be prepared to handle it.
I'm
hand it to the
specifically
LP.
trying to have less of an input on this because I don't want to make us do the same route we did with Group 1.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
You
Or
could
make
instead
us
have
not do the
advocated for
same
the
route.
opposite.
Like, I'm also trying to not force us to not do the same route because, like,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
up to you guys very much.
Yeah.
All right. So, do we have access to a map of Central Hyrule?
Yeah. At this point, Franza will kind of like take another sheaf of parchment, unfold it, and you will see basically the map that we've got in the Discord of the Hyrulean continent.
I don't want to be making decisions for everybody or anything like that, so please put in input if people think otherwise. I think heading over to Riggensted first, then hitting up Castletown will be probably better because then it's a straight shot south back down to Yotana.
Works for me.
And
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
okay. So
Makes sense.
that's sorry, Makoto.
This does make sense.
That sounds like the plan, Frieza. Go to Riggensted first, hit up Castletown, and then be on our way back, check in on Greenfields.
Understood. Give me a second to look something up.
Turns out the cavalcade rolled a nat 20 on Greenfields.
They were fucking on it today.
Good on them.
She will take out a pouch and will hand it to you, Anda. Inside contains 800 rupees. Says, my best suggestion if you're going to be traveling that far is to see whether or not you can get yourselves 2 horses and a cart while you're in Cardna. Ordina. There we go.
Yeah, that made things faster.
Words is hard. Okay. 2 horses and a cart. Alright. I'm not even gonna put that in my gold, I'm just putting that in notes.
Okay.
800 gold for...
Horse money.
Horse money.
Or, you said 800 rupees?
Yes, so about 8 gold.
Yeah, for horse and buggy. Alright. Alright, I got my notes.
Okay. All right. Well,
About what time of day is it? It's still pretty early because we just had breakfast, right?
yeah, it's still morning. Like if you left now, you probably get to Cardna in decent time in order to get there before nightfall.
Okay. We all ready to head out? We need to get anything before we go? You guys got food? I can make do on the way.
I think we're ready. All ready?
Yep.
There you go.
Okay. Sweet. Just quickly. So, after getting all your stuff ready,
I am gonna wait until after everyone else leaves the room except for Prinza,
mhm,
and then say to her, hey, so hypothetically, If there was like a magic rock I could plant somewhere to call home, to my home, where could I put it?
Like raises a brow. Says, oddly specific hypothetical.
Yeah. And anywhere off limits?
I guess so long as it's not near any buildings that people like live in, just for the sake of you don't want to overhear their chatter to like in your message home and things.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, I don't want them listening in.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Kind
It's
of
not
shrug.
what I thought you were gonna ask. Hypothetically, if you stole a magic lens, where would you put it?
Nah, that's related.
That's later. Oh dear.
Anyway, I'm gonna put it on the side of the tavern closest to the river.
Sounds good.
Just out there, outside the tavern.
Yeah.
But like away enough that I won't be having to yell over people who are in the tavern.
Yeah, that's fair. That is fair. Okay.
And now you can put that on the map
Yeah.
if you want.
If only I had a gossip stone model. I'll think of something. But yeah.
Just
So
put a rock there and be like, yep, there it is.
yeah, that works.
Yeah.
But yeah, so with all your gear in tow and everybody ready to go, you make your way out the western road through the tents in order to make your way to Cartwarden to the north. Once again, as you continue onwards on foot, the day has warmed up a significant amount, at the very least. It's a bit more bearable, and with the light breeze, it just seems like kind of a day, just like a normal kind of nothing really special to report home on when it comes to the atmosphere or the weather or anything on this spring day. It would probably be a bit more pleasant if it wasn't overcast. But yeah, Frog, yeah. But
Oh, I didn't know you had that on.
that's fine. It's all good. But yes, as you carry on, what do you folks do on your walk towards Cartwarden? What specific activities are you up to?
I'll keep an eye out on rare or uncommon foliage, herbs, mushrooms.
Make a
Okay.
defend exploration activity.
Sounds good.
What? Yeah. Just
Melody's just
kinda
gonna enjoy
help.
her walk.
Keep conversation going with people. Whatever it might be of.
Yeah.
I'll do
Okay.
the scout action to give us +1 to initiative if we end up fighting people.
Hell yeah.
So
I'm a little ahead.
yeah.
You're a little bit faster than all of us too.
Yeah. Yeah, I am.
Okay. That's
I have a +10 to my movement speed.
Very good.
Leisha.
Mhm.
Since you're keeping an eye out for various different bits and pieces of foliage that might be interesting, provide unto me a perception check.
Perception check. I'd like to make that fabulous.
Yeah.
Excellent.
So,
You're all
let's see how we do next. That is a 21.
hell yeah.
Nice. Excellent. Okay, with a 21, as you're kind of examining the environment around you, you don't seem to find many things that are any different from what you have what you have encountered on the way down to New Mazro. Hyrule Field stretches on for countless miles, and with a largely unchanging biome, as it were.
I assure you, they can be counted.
Yeah. But yeah, you do pick up a couple of bits and pieces, a few more herbs that maybe aren't necessarily as new or unique as you would like them to be, but are certainly how's phrases as certainly something that you could probably stock up on in terms of things to have. One thing that does catch your eye, however, is something off in the distance that is a touch unusual. Nestled among a small number of rocks appears to be another rock, or at least would seem to be a rock, but it is oddly smooth in shape, more dome-like as opposed to anything else. It's roughly about like the size of a person, but is like it seems to stand out compared to the other more jagged rocks that it's nearby.
Does it look like a rolled up Goron by any chance?
No.
No.
If it's pointed out, I can check on it.
Sure.
Can I manipulate the rock?
No.
That ain't a rock.
Hmm.
I'll go up and poke
How
it.
far
Not a
is
rock.
from us?
It's not
I'll
a
go,
Goron.
I'll go up to it. I'm up ahead, so I'll go up and poke it.
Yeah. So you kind of go up and poke it. The response you get is,
That's
from
someone
beneath.
asleep.
Yep, no way.
Need you to pick something up.
I head over. Alright.
Pick up the air quotes rock.
Yeah.
Alright.
I will help.
I just want to know, I'm letting you know, for your safety, I am going to begin lifting this large rock-like object. And I would like to try to lift it.
Hey,
I will help.
give me athletics.
This is my help roll. You get some help.
Ooh.
You get aid from multiple people.
No, just
Unfortunately,
There's
not.
it's the same type of bonus, and the bonuses don't
Yeah.
stack. They're the same type.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Like the ideal
Okay.
way would be for like if we're doing things, 2 people to make rolls and then 2 other people to help them.
Yeah.
Alright. So plus 12. 29.
It's easy enough
That's
to do.
just getting lifted super good.
Yeah. So you kind of like lean down and place it, like try and scoop your fingers under it. You find that it's easy enough to find like a lip on this, and you pull. You hear the snapping of twigs and branches as whatever foliage it's been like half buried under seems to just come loose. As you hold it aloft, you realize that the rock is oddly in the shape of a stag beetle, from the looks of it. Those on the other side of this, you can see that there appears to be a fairly lanky-looking Hylian man with a bowl-cut haircut who seems to have strapped himself to the bottom of it as if it were a backpack.
Hello there.
Ah,
You having a nap?
ah, ah.
Would
I
it be
got-
a society check to identify Beetle, the traveling merchant?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. Because I did work with merchants, so
Yeah.
It's our boy.
22.
22. Yes, you do recognize Beetle. He's not exactly like super well-to-do business person. He doesn't run a conglomerate or anything. He is entirely an independent fella, but like you've seen him around. You know him.
What do I roll to figure out how well he knows me?
I'll roll for him. What do you? If you don't want him to know you, deception DC, and if you do want him to know you, then I'm not sure.
So what I'm
I would say if you do, then just general charisma.
Yeah,
I would like to suggest something.
sure.
On a high roll, he knows me, and we've had a positive interaction.
Okay.
On a low roll, he knows me, and we do not have a positive. He does not have a positive reaction.
Okay. All right. So, as he kind of dangling there from the backpack, he catches a breath, looks over and sees three of you because he's being held aloft by the fourth, and is just like, oh, thank you, and just holds out a hand to the other side with a thumbs up to see if Honda can see it.
Probably not. So Anda's just going, all right, make sure you got your feet under you. I'm going to let you down now. This is a really big bag.
Yeah.
And how'd you carry all that stuff?
Oh, with great practice. And just kind of like...
Looks at the incredibly skinny guy before him. Uh-huh.
The sleeper build.
He just kind of like turns and totters and to keep himself on his feet as he's all four of you, and it's like, oh, okay, oh, I recognize you, and then points to Leisha and says, nice to see you again.
Likewise.
Thank you. Just, I don't know what happened. He looks around and there is a bit of a slope, but it's otherwise a nominally flat area. So it doesn't make much sense when he says, I don't know, I just fell over and I guess I was just trying to, what time is it?
You been drinking enough water?
You been eating enough?
Can I do a medicine check?
Sure.
Not good at this though.
It's
Never
the wrong
mind,
time
I'm
of year for a
perfect.
heat stroke.
Hell yeah. So with a 24, you can tell that he's not he doesn't appear to be dehydrated. He doesn't appear to be underfed. He might be a bit hungry and thirsty, but that's because it's still early in the day. If he's here, he must have been traveling from very early in the morning, either from either Kar Ordner or New Mazro, because he certainly wasn't in Yotana. It seems like he's just been in a mystically comedic, unfortunate circumstance in which he has somehow managed to fall over off the beaten path and entangle himself in some underbrush. And just the Fortunes decided that it was okay for you guys to pass by and rescue him from that. He doesn't seem
Sometimes
that
people
hurt.
just fall over.
Yeah. But he does himself and says, and looks in each direction, northwards, southwards, pulls out a compass and is like, oh, okay, so I'm going that way, and he points south.
Way.
Oh, don't worry, I was going to New Masro. So I gotta go.
Mysterious illness that they were suffering's taken care of. So.
Good. That's good. That's good to hear. Say, while we're here, you guys need to buy anything at all? I have a few things in stock.
What do you have for sale?
And he'll kind of do the whole remove a hatch from the backpack on hand, and it becomes an awning, and he unfolds a little counter and he sits down.
We're kind of watching it wow, this is amazing.
Let's see. He'll kind of lean to the side and open up a little hash thing and then peer inside the backpack. It says, I've got arrows, bullets, a rope, bedroll, a tent, some bolts. I don't have any chalk anymore. I've got a couple other compasses, some cookware, a couple doses of black powder, a set of fishing tackle. That was a really good purchase. A marble.
How much for that compass?
I don't think we got one in this group, did we?
He'll take out the compass. It's a nice gold-plated but simple design-looking thing. He says, "I can part ways with this thing for 90 rupees."
Pretty good.
Deal.
He'll put down
I
the.
give him 9 red rupees.
Good
Thank
luck with
you.
that fishing stuff.
Wait, 90 rupees, 9 red rupees would be 180 rupees.
Right. What is 10?
Yellow, or you could give him an orange rupee and get 10 rupees back. Get a yellow
Right.
back.
In that case, it'll be 4 red rupees and 2 blue rupees.
Ah. Okay.
I want to look at the fishing stuff.
You take out what appears to be a very well-crafted looking wooden box with like almost like kind of like a suitcase sort of thing. And as he opens it up, you can see inside there's this very well-made sort of reel with a telescopic rod and several different lures and weights and things. And he says, I have been informed that this is something that a lot of folks in Sarkozo or Lurlin typically look forward to. It's very high-grade gear. And he'll close it again and lock it and says, given what I paid for this, I can part ways with it for 1,700 rupees.
Honestly, it sounds like a good price for it.
To identify how good quality it is?
Crafting, yes.
Yes. 16? I'll take it.
All right. Let's see. Let's see. Milsk. How much does this go for? I can find it.
I have any feats that help this? I don't think so. I think all my feats are scaring people or being really strong. So
Yeah.
There we go. As far as you can tell, it may well be a fair price to ask. Like it is very well crafted.
This looks like it's built for travel as well.
Yeah.
looks
I'll
like
buy
a
it.
good one to me.
Yeah, I'll buy it.
Okay. I hand it to you. You now have one set of fishing tackle, parentheses, professional. This kit includes a collapsible fishing pole, fish hooks, line, lures, and a fishing net. Professional fishing tackle grants a +1 item bonus to checks to fish.
1,700, right?
Yes.
So 17 gold.
Checks to fish or against fish?
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Put that on my bucket list at least.
Okay. But yeah, I also have some torches and an hourglass if you need that. And kind of like look to Anda and Melody and say, anything you'd like to buy?
No, I got my eyes on something that I'm saving up for.
Yeah. I don't think you've got a set of. I don't think you got a set of steel plate armor in there, do you?
I wish.
Yeah.
You and me
especially
both, actually.
especially Goron size.
Oh yeah.
I'm sure you wish. You might not be able to get up again.
Yeah, I could try.
That's be pretty heavy for you.
Not so much any material, but I'm interested in information. You came down from Yotana?
No, actually, I came from
Caldna?
Cardna. Yeah.
How's things there? Here, there's a bit of a retail frenzy going on.
Oh, yeah. There was what's the word? He kind of like taps the little like fold out thing that he's leaning on, despite it being like hanging from his backpack and just says, yeah, there was a bit of a interesting kind of trading frenzy. Usually it's easy to get a tent spot there if you ever want to, if you're a traveling merchant or something like that. But yeah, apparently there's been word that there are a couple of folks from the Brenna who are looking to buy a few things, and they are, I guess people are just getting in them like a it's kind of like rubs his forehead. They're thinking that there might be something of a significant change in the dynamic of things happening in Car Ordina because of these people buying stuff from the Brenna. So it's they're kind of doing the whole kind of buy high, sell low, or the other way around. Probably the other way around. And that's not to say anything about anybody from Holodrum gets a hold of it. So it's, or tries anything there. Yeah, I think people are just getting like really antsy about that. I think that's the best thing I could think of. I just realized that I could have sold you that information as a merchant and I didn't, so consider that a freebie for my mistake.
Thank you.
How much for information?
Depends on the information.
You familiar with Tatumbo or Kamali? Angelfish Zora and Garuda Woman merchant caravan?
Maybe. Haven't heard from them in a really long time, though.
About how long, out of curiosity? Like, over a month or so ago?
Yeah, about that long, maybe longer.
Okay. How much for that?
Oh, 5 rupees.
All right. I'll give him 5 rupees.
Well, thank you very much. And he'll kind of put it away. It says, unless there's anything that you'd like to, anything else you'd like to buy, I do have something of a proposition that I'm trying to get to people as I meet them on the road.
Okay.
Okay.
So I like to collect bugs. I know.
The backpack.
Yeah. There's different things and stuff. I have other things that I could provide, but there are things that I don't know what they do, and I can't rightly put a price to them if I don't know what they do, and that that invites people to swindle me. But I can provide them in the event that you provide me with bugs of that variety, beetles specifically. So in the event that we meet again, if you have any interesting beetles, then you're more than welcome to kind of just throw them my way, and I'll trade you a couple of things, other things I have that I might have picked up along the way.
Interesting.
You got any tips for finding beetles?
Look in, I'd say just look in various different spots that you wouldn't think a beetle should be. Some beetles are robust creatures. They are very adaptable. So they will be able to kind of find themselves in places where they can adapt and be hardy in that sense. He shrugs.
I'm going to look around and see if I see one right now.
Give me a survival check.
I was about to ask, and if you were to name a
23.
skill for seeking beetles, what would you call it? Would it be like survival, nature?
23.
Nature or survival? 23. Yes. Are you trained or expert?
Trained.
Okay. So you look around and you do see.
I don't have my other characters ridiculous.
You do manage to find a regular looking beetle that appears to have kind of a simple sheen to its shell, fairly small but otherwise interesting in shape.
Just pick it up and go like this one.
Oh, I don't think I've got that one. And he kind of plucks it and examines it and says, okay, and he'll put it away. And then he will look into his backpack and see if he can find a thing. You guys level 4, right?
Mhm.
That is correct.
Oh, perfect. That's a D12. One. He provides to you what appears to be a slender glass vial, which seems to have what appears to be clean, clear water in it.
Okay, interesting. Does anyone have the means to identify magical stuff?
I could try.
If it is religious or nature, yeah, I could attempt to.
The
If it's
only one I can
alchemical,
really,
I can attempt to as well.
the only one I can really attempt is nature.
Alchemical would work.
And nature.
Nature and
Does anyone
occultism
else-
are pretty high for me.
Roll
Yeah,
whichever skill you feel would be necessary for identifying what would basically be a potion.
I believe that is alchemical. No, potions are different than alchemical. So
I'm gonna roll of
I will
nature.
still roll crafting. 9. No.
Okay.
15.
15.
Maybe.
maybe 18.
Okay. Okay. All right. With the 18, Lisha, you're the first person to identify it. This appears to be a ration tonic. It is drinking a ration tonic magically nourishes you with the equivalent of a day's worth of food and water. The tonic has a subtle, pleasant taste. Its particulars chosen when the potion is crafted. So you don't know what it tastes like yet because you don't know who crafted it, but you at least have a tiny little draft of water that will solve your hunger issues immediately on the spot, like a good berry.
Neat.
Okay. So, Artie, since when are you sponsored by a meal replacement service?
I really love this random potions thing. It's really fun. Yeah. I've gotten so many with Group 1 because my character in that game has a very high survival skill and has decided the beetle is his best friend and is finding him so many bugs. Because they both they are basically both autism buddies.
Very, very fair.
Oh dear. But yeah, it says so that basically that if provide me with some cool beetles and I'll give you stuff of the equivalent that is in my backpack, and yeah.
That's pretty neat. I'm Makoto, by the way.
Oh.
Hold on, I had a big shake.
Shake her hand. Beetle.
Engulf his hand.
Yeah, just kind of
This
go.
is Melody, and you said you already met Lisha.
Yeah.
Alright. Anyway, we should probably get going. Let you get on your way.
Oh,
Yeah.
of course. And we'll kind of
Good seeing you.
Yeah, good seeing you too. Okay, fold up his things, like shakily stand up, but find his footing as hopefully I don't know where we're all going in the different, but if we see you again, that's all good. Have a good time. And we'll turn around and leave. Bye bye. And just
Try not to fall over again.
I'll do my best.
That was fun.
Back on our way.
Back on your way. The rest of the journey continues on without much interruption. About halfway along the road, you walk by one of the towers that situates itself between Car Ordner and New Mazro. These are of the road, one of the towers for the Road Watchers. The Road Watchers being basically the country's more active patrollers. Typically, they operate in pairs on horseback, and they are armed with rifles. But as you walk by, you can see like one of them is situated themselves in one of the watchtowers, and the other one is currently tending to the horse. They give you a wave as they go by, but don't really stop you unless you wanted to talk to them about anything. Yeah, after a period of time, as the sun begins to set, you crest a hill and see a walled settlement within into which you can see a variety of different roads heading in. You can see Car Ordner. All roads lead to Car Ordner, or so many would claim. And to look at this thriving town, one could quite easily be convinced of such a notion. The roads branching from each point of the compass lead to another part of the kingdom, making Car Ordner a necessary stop on many a journey, allowing for all sorts to come and go, and many a story to pass through. Of course, where goes the road, so goes the coin, and Car Ordner has long been the proud centre of commerce. Jewels, potions, weapons, exotic goods, all of these can be found in what its residents consider to be the true centre of Hyrule. As you are heading into the town, the gates are still open despite the late evening, and you can see and hear the commotion from the inside already. It is a very busy place of commerce, and as you enter in from the southern road, I just need to get a map open real quick so I can remind myself of where everything sits. There it is. There we go. As you head in from the southern road, you can see just on your left as you go past is this nice big hall with the shingled roofs being coloured like gold, and various different impressive plants and ornaments seem to adorn the entranceway. But that opulence does not seem to stop the various different shops and stalls that situate themselves along the pathway heading into the center of town. The moment that you enter in, and as a collective, those of you who have not been to Car Ordner before and have not purchased anything from Car Ordner before, which I will stop to ask, has anybody been to Car Ordner before?
Oh,
Yes.
probably at least once.
Yeah.
Probably on my way through to Yodana.
The question is, did you buy anything while you were here?
I did not.
Well,
I may have bought some incense or other accoutrement for a burial.
I don't know, maybe some food.
okay.
Food, some soap, some souvenirs.
Yeah. So they clock eyes on Anda. And while Anda may or may not have gone through Car Ordner at least once, having not purchased anything yet, a collective of more veteran shop owners will see Anda, and immediately a flock of merchants will come over to your group and begin like offering their wares. Not in a necessarily immediate harassing fashion, but kind of just a very enthusiastic sort of, this guy hasn't bought anything yet, sort of ideal.
Olivia to immediately try to intimidate them away.
Olivia is a different character.
Yes. Olivia would have an easier time of it.
I think the photo would try and sort of judo talk them away by being like, "Oh, hey, you should ask that guy. Actually, he looks interested."
Yeah.
With various people.
Yeah, it's very much an effort on all fronts to try and sell you something that is not that you may probably never need.
Hold on, guys. I understand. We're getting swarmed, and we don't necessarily enjoy that. Where
I don't
could
think
I rent a
I
horse and buggy? I ask the merchants.
yeah, we're looking for a horse and cart sort of situation.
Oh, one of them will pipe up and say, "Oh, I mean, there's usually like a stable that's situated by each gate." And he'll point behind you to the southern gate one. And say, "Yeah, like that one over there. That's for horses, at least. Carts, well, I guess it depends on each stable." He shrugs.
All right. Thank you very much. And I will turn around and go to. Actually, they said at each gate, right?
Yeah.
I think we should probably check the one closer to Rigginstead then.
Okay.
Less things to move around.
North or west?
There'd be northwest.
Northwest.
Yeah.
It is nighttime, though. Do we want to get a place to sleep for the evening and then check that out in the morning?
That sounds sensible.
All right.
Makoto
Well,
would
if
have
we
stayed
must.
here fairly recently, so he'd probably know where to go.
Yeah. There is a fairly prominent inn, I believe is called the Traders Retreat.
Might still be rooms at the traders.
All right. Let's go see.
Okay. So, you head over to the Traders Retreat. Inside, it is more or less as cacophonous as it is on the outside. The common room area seems to have like a variety of different like tables and things. There are people walking over to try and sell their wares even here, but it's more just a kind of a casual sort of, hey, come over here and sit down and we can like talk about this thing, like a place for business to be done. And you can see, like, as you enter in, there's different doors that go off to the sides that look as if they are going into other private meeting rooms in order to do these kinds of discussions. As you enter in, and people turn their eyes on you, and the same kind of look to newcomers that there is on the outside. There's a like from the bar at the other end. There appears to be a mini Blin standing on the counter. Is older looking fella with kind of a notch taken out of one of his ears, and with like a kind of a long wispy beard. And he says, "All right, look, I get it, I do, but not everybody who walks in here is a bloody merchant. Not everyone here is a rube. So, if you'd like to stay, calm the fuck down." And there's a kind of a grumble, and everyone kind of like turns back and he goes, "Yeah, it's like fucking herding cats," and just waves you over.
Let's walk over like, I know,
Like
right?
him.
Walk up there like, I know, right?
Herding cats is easier.
Well, welcome to the Traders Retreat. Ironic at the moment for the most part, but you know, I'm Skellig.
Well, it's certainly got a lot of traders.
Yeah, I suppose so. Are you looking for private rooms or a common room or
Whatever have you got available?
Don't mind sharing, but if we all want private rooms, that's fine too. How much for 4 private rooms?
well, each private room typically, he kind of hops off the bar and keeps talking as he goes over to like a key safe. Each private room typically comes to about 15 rupees a pop. But that depends on how many rooms we've got, because it is a very busy town. Usually we don't have that many spare places. And he'll look through and he'll take a couple of keys. Says we've got a small private room and a large private room that is available. Unfortunately, that is the best that we've got. Everything else has been fully booked.
There was only one bed.
Dibs?
I mean, you go ahead. I mean, looks around.
So how many beds are in the rooms?
The small private room has one bed suited for a single person. The large one has two beds suited for two people that can be pushed together into one if you so choose. Just don't make a mess. There is,
Makoto, don't make a mess.
as far as the communal room goes, for the most part, it's like there are a couple of cots in there, and the rest of it is just nice, comfy rugs next to the fire.
I mean, how much was the communal room? I don't think we got a price on that one.
If you want a bed that's available, then that would be 5 rupees. However, I don't charge people for sleeping on the floor.
Well, I curl up into a ball and lay on the ground, so I look at the other two. Makoto says that he's.
Makoto's like, I'll get back to you. And he's just gonna go mingle.
You sure want to get the big room? We'll have a slumber party.
Sure. Might be good to have some calm and quiet.
Right.
Are you the purveyor?
Me? Yeah.
Alright.
Alright, so.
We
What's
usually
large room?
Big room?
we usually lock up in about 4 hours from now. So if you're outside by the time that happens, tough luck. But breakfast in the morning is provided by our staff. It is a fairly standard fare. We stopped going for anything too big because a lot of the people who come and go here typically need to get out as soon as possible. Not for anything nefarious. It's just business is business, etc., etc., etc. Yeah, just come to the bar if you're hungry, and we'll do what we can. In the meantime, if you need a drink, you can come here and all that kind of stuff. If you are new to the area and looking for fun, I've presumed Tower Run is been told that it's fairly entertaining. There's also Liquid Excellence if you want to have a very expensive drink with a gimmick. There's a few places around town if you're here for that sort of business, but chances are if you're in Cold, you're here to spend money or make money. He shrugs.
We are part of one of those groups.
In exchange for
If
the
there's any. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
in exchange for the coin given, he will give Lisha and Melody the keys to the large room.
I will make sure that that is paid. It was 30 rupees for the two, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
Do you know if there's any wagons at the northwestern gate that we could rent by chance?
Not off the top of my head. Let me have a look and see. The guy thinks to himself a little bit, and says, "You know, I don't know if maybe the northwestern gate might have one. There are a couple of other businesses around here that do sell things like that. Yeah, one moment, and he'll kind of clamber back onto the counter to say, "Oi! Any of you idiots got cart that you want to sell?" There's a pause, and then someone says, "Well, I got a cart. It's 2 wheels, suitable for 1 horse." And kind of look to you as like, too small.
Yeah. Ando just looks down at his bulk. Yeah.
Too small, mate. Fine, I guess. And just, and then like the chatter among the patrons resumes, and he just shrugs and says, "I'm sorry."
No worries.
Well,
We'll keep a look around then.
of course.
Thank you.
No worries. Enjoy your time here as best you might, and kind of like resumes back to business. But yeah, before heading onwards to other things, I think what we'll do, since we are at time, is that we will call this.
May I make a roll to see if Makoto goes to bed alone or not?
Sure, absolutely.
Okay.
Hold on a second.
I guess
hold on a
not.
second.
Hell yeah.
Oh, okay. Never mind then. I was about to say I'll roll a diplomacy check and play wingman, but you don't need it
I
today.
will.
So.
I will spend some rupees though, because the Makoto is going to buy some people drinks, of course.
Hell yeah. That's fine. Yeah.
I'll just
You
get rid
have.
of my copper.
Yeah. You spend some money and have a wonderful time. Like most of the people that you speak to who are in the inn here are very much the type of people who is like, aha, a customer, and then suddenly they feel like they've been
I
Uno
think
reversed
Makoto
somehow.
is intelligent enough to recognize which ones are like that.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
not go to
yeah.
them.
Yeah, yeah. But it's more. I was more meaning in the sense of like that's kind of like the initial impression that they start with, and when you get into an actual conversation, it turns into actually I'm having a really nice time sort of thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, they cease being a merchant and start being like a companion for a bit.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, you have a wonderful time, and yeah, and while we'll cover what happens with the rest of folks in the evening, we'll do so next time. But thank you everybody so
I was
much.
mostly
For...
just rolling to see if I would need to pay for a room or a common bed.
Ah, I see. Understood.
So I could handle the money.
Yeah.
Now, here's a different question.
Mhm.
Are you secretive about finding someone? Or do we all see?
No. No.
Okay, I think Melody's just gonna watch a moment and then like make a note of who you end up going with.
Okay.
I don't think Makoto's a braggart. I don't think he'd keep it secret.
Yeah.
Like, he doesn't give a shit who sees.
Yeah. That's
is
fine.
is pretty much it.
Yeah. But yeah. So, thank you everybody so much for listening / watching. I have been Articulate T, the storyteller. This has been Hyrule Chronicles for a few rupees more. And with me, as always, I have had Crest Nether playing Leisha.
Bisha is not having a good time with all of these people around.
Mm-hmm. I know
That's
that
why you gotta
feeling. Yeah.
Rip.
I have had Alvarance playing Under.
Thank you.
I've had RoboPirate playing Melody.
Hey.
And I have had Danny Cat playing Makoto.
Look, I'm playing Makoto as a bit of a hedonist, alright?
That's fine. That
You're
is
entitled.
fine. Yeah. And we'll see y'all next time. Take care now. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye!